Don't you hate it when your dog finds a dead animal and brings it home to you? Well, some breeders say he may be onto something. Why the raw diet may be good for your pup, but put you at risk for serious health problems.
Nothing is better on a cold, windy, raw day like today than a hot bowl of chili. Well, some of Delmarva's best chefs are going head-to-head in a chili cook-off, and we're going to get a preview and a recipe.
I'm at it again. Where am I on Delmarva? I'll have the clues and the big reveal coming up.
It's a modern take on the classic whodunit cases of Sherlock Holmes. It's also a hit for CBS. We go behind the scenes of Elementary.
And beads, lace, short, long, bright, neutral. It's time to find out what's hot for the 2013 prom season. Delmarva Live starts right now.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Lisa Bryan.
I'm Jimmy Hopple. Welcome to Delmarva Live from historic Studio D.
Oh, it is raw and windy out there.
Goodness.
If you sit inside, you look out, it's a nice day.
Gorgeous.
It's sunny, gorgeous.
Yesterday was deceptive. Went out in the sun like, this is nice. And Zach went out and we were doing a shoot, and boy, this is pretty. And that sun started going down and that wind started coming up, and it got cold in a hurry.
It sure did.
It was something.
We're like, what, how many days from spring?
March 21st.
Oh, well, so we're a month.
Yeah.
We're a month away from spring.
So don't quote me on that. I think that's right.
All right. Well, hey, something to think about if you're thinking about breakfast already for tomorrow morning. If you're a fan of Special K's red berries for breakfast, you might want to check the UPC code on your box before tomorrow morning. The company announced that it had recalled lots of 3 sizes of the cereals because they may be contaminated with this, get this, glass fragments.
Wow.
Really? There have been no reports of injuries associated with these products, and if you have one, you can contact Kellogg's for a coupon for replacement.
Yeah.
You may remember earlier this month, Nestle Prepared Foods recalled boxes of lean cuisine, certain ones, I think it was the ravioli, due to possible glass shards in their products.
Is there like a minimum daily recommended amount of
I
glass
hope
in
not.
your breakfast?
And that's all. Last year, Kellogg's Mini Wheats issued a recall due to the possibility of flexible metal mesh fragments in the products.
Now, in this particular case, in this recall about the red berries, it's not everything. There are specific lot numbers and box sizes, things like that. That was actually too numerous to list for you. So here's what we're doing. We're putting it on delmarvalife.com. You can go there and see the specific numbers, the use-by dates, and all that stuff. So you can check yours before you dig in tomorrow morning. In fact, I think we've got the red berries in our cabinet.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, so I'll need to go
better check that out.
Check on those.
Hey, have you ever wanted to design a library?
No, but that would be cool.
That would be cool, wouldn't it? Well, the Lewes Public Library is seeking volunteers to help design the inside and outside of their library. They're putting together a board, basically, and the public is invited to be part of it. The committee will work with the library's Board of Commissioners, architect, staff, and the community to assist in the design of a pleasing facility to meet the needs of the growing library.
Very cool.
So, yeah, the committee will meet at least monthly through the completion of the building design, and you only have until March 8th to apply. So if you're interested, we have all the information on delmarvalife.com. You have to write a letter.
Oh, okay. And you've only got a couple weeks.
Yeah, so get on that.
How are you for reality shows? Are you a reality show
I am not.
fan?
I like Survivor at the beginning, but no.
There are some that I find interesting and some that I think are absolutely ludicrous. I guess you could say this one maybe falls in the middle, but there is a Salisbury University graduate who is going to be on one. It goes on AMC tonight at 10 o'clock. CJ Fagan, if you look on the left, that's him with a beard. He is going to be making his television debut tonight. The show is called Immortalized. It's a taxidermy competition.
Oh.
I never would have thought of this. His episode is called End of the World. It pits him against the guy there on the right. That's Paige Nethercutt in creating, listen to this challenge, an apocalyptic taxidermy scene. Okay?
Oh my.
Which means you want to make it look realistic. Well, anyway, in the episode, Fagan creates a stunning 11.5-foot tall piece with more than a half dozen different animals. So if I got to admit, I'm kind of like, okay, I want to see exactly what he's done with this. Anyway, Immortalized is on tonight, 10 o'clock. It's going to be on AMC. Now, you can actually see the episode online if you want to, or see more of Fagan's work. We're going to have links on delmarvalife.com. You can check that out this afternoon.
Sorry, CJ, I'm busy tonight at 10.
Is it polite to say the word oops. Like to share with you the cover of the Tourism Commission's Eastern Shore Visitors Guide for the Eastern Shore of Virginia.
Nice.
Isn't that lovely? A wonderful
go
family
there.
splashing in the waves of, well, here's the deal. That's apparently not the Eastern Shore of Virginia.
Oh, no.
And that's apparently not really even a family, but a bunch of professional actors taking their picture taken somewhere in the waves. This is actually a picture that you can buy from a company in England for like $6.
Really?
And they used it on the front cover of the tourism brochure.
Really? Can I
Might want to thought that one through a little bit.
Can I tell a quick
more.
story? Because this reminds me of something that happened here at WBOC. It happened a long time ago, so I'm not putting the
So all the
station
important
down.
people are gone. Okay.
Yeah. They wanted to do a promo for weather, and they needed kids. So they asked me if they could use my kids,
Right.
my two older ones,
Yeah.
who were like 8 at the time, 8 and 10 or something like that. And the kids were putting on, rain jackets, umbrellas, getting ready to go out the door. And they hired a professional actor to be the mom. They needed a dad. And I suggested my husband. They said no. He doesn't he doesn't fit the part.
He doesn't fit the part. Well, that's interesting.
Yeah, but it was kind of funny. It was like, this is your mommy for today. I know, she's prettier than me, but...
Oh, stop. Wow. Let's see. You never know what's going on.
Yeah, really. But yeah, apparently my husband didn't qualify. So.
He didn't make a good TV dad?
No.
Well, better stick with that airport thing just until something else plays out. Have you ever heard of Cert? I know we've talked about it before.
Yeah.
CERT, not the breath mint. It's a Community Emergency Response Team. Talbot County is offering free training. Here's a Cert group. This is part of what they do. They train for emergency response. In other words, one of their first questions to you if you go to the class is, if you're there before the first responders, who's going to do what? Well, what they do is they help you prepare for fire safety, putting out a fire, emergency medical treatment, disaster psychology. You're dealing with people that have been through something horrific, and what are you going to do? And at the end of, I think it's 7 3-hour classes, they have a disaster exercise to test what you've learned. Now, if that sounds like, I'm a member, I'm a Cert member. Now, in case you're interested, you can go to these classes. They're going to be every Monday evening starting March 11th. 7 3-hour classes at the Talbot County Operations Center. Won't cost you anything. It's absolutely free. Trust me, the knowledge here is invaluable, but you do need to register because they've got a limited amount of space. There's the number, 410-770-8160.
Yeah.
It'd be well worth it.
Yeah. All right. Hey, if you haven't seen it already, you might want to catch Kim Hudson's column in this morning's Daily Times. If you don't know, Kim writes, a parenting column that goes on. And it's called, Face It Parents, You Will Fall Off the Cool Ladder. You can probably guess the essence of the column from, this is your
my
favorite line. Yeah.
I love this. This is way down into the article, so we're not going to give everything away, but it says, and it's inevitable, we aren't doing our job as parents if we don't embarrass our kids at some point in time. Now, if you're a parent, you know that can go either way. But it's a one. If you haven't gotten the Daily Times, if you haven't had a chance to read it yet, go online and read it if you want. But it's a wonderful column.
I think every parent of a teenager has fallen off that ladder.
Fallen off
the good
cool
news
ladder.
is, in most cases, you get to get back up on it.
You said you got back on it.
I got back on it.
How about that?
Yeah, for one of my kids. I fell off that ladder for my youngest, and he's not helping me back up.
Well,
Speaking of teenagers, Mardella Middle and High School's annual musical, The Sound of Music, is going to be performed this weekend. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, actually. Now, Friday and Saturday shows will be at 7 p.m. Sunday's performance is a dinner show, and it's going to be at 2 p.m. Now, tickets for Friday and Saturday are $7 for adults. Students are $4. Sunday's tickets are $20, obviously, because of the dinner. Now, you need to call this number, 410-677-5142, to reserve tickets for Sunday's show. You don't have to pay when you call. You can pay at the door, but I guess they just kind of need a head count for the dinner.
For the dinner.
But I have a funny feeling that's going to be a great show. Sound of Music, one of my favorites.
You can't do that one wrong.
No.
That'd be a great show. That'd be a great show. Okay, so I heard this in passing. I can't even remember where I heard it from, but apparently the scuttlebutt is they are considering, instead of calling it the 85th Annual Academy Awards, they just want to call it the Oscars.
Really?
And I don't know if these are the higher ups or the people that are involved or what, but apparently Oscars is easier to tweet on Twitter than the 85th Annual Academy Awards. Just wanted to mention that real quick. And with that, this story about a Palestinian filmmaker who is nominated for an Oscar for a film that he did called 5 Broken Cameras. There he is right there. EMAD Bernat made this documentary about the conflict going on between the Palestinians, where he lives, and the Israelis building a border wall.
Okay.
Okay. And it's been nominated for an Oscar.
Right.
So he's coming into town, you know, for the award show. They stopped him at the Los Angeles airport,
Okay.
wanting to know why he was in the country.
Oh, no.
They held him up for an hour and a half until he finally got a hold of Michael Moore and said, could you please come down here and explain to these people? And they finally let him go.
Yeah, can you imagine? Sure you are. Sure you're getting an Oscar. Oh my goodness. By the way, the Oscars this weekend, I believe.
Yes, it's going to be on Sunday.
Right here on WBOC, so you want to watch that. Well, about 6 weeks ago, a video showed up on YouTube. And take a look at this. This equine escape artist is a Houdini-like
Frisian?
Frisian?
I think it's how you say it?
Yeah, horse named Mariska.
Who just opened her own door.
There you see it. There she opened her own door, and that is, if that's not enough, she goes over and she opens up her friends' doors. Here she is opening up another door.
Oh my goodness.
And this one slides. Look at that.
Well, she is a little Houdini, isn't she?
She is a Houdini. I could not believe this video.
It's had like
Absolutely
almost
amazing.
1 million hits already, and it only went up January 7th.
And then she's not getting out in this one, I don't think. I think she's
getting
actually
in?
getting in somewhere because she knows that's where they keep the food.
Okay,
There it is. There it is. Look at that. Look at that.
In the freezer.
Score!
Wow.
I think that's so funny.
We had a good question. Oh, look at this. The big door leading out of the barn, too.
Yeah. Well, still to come on Delmarva Life. Chili's a go-to comfort food when the temperatures tumble. A little bit later, we're in the kitchen with a hearty recipe that will warm you right up.
Plus, we love our pets like family, so you want to feed them what is best. For many dog owners, that means feeding the raw diet. We're going to tell you what the raw diet is and why some aren't buying it.
But next, the inspirational story of Salisbury University lacrosse player Alex Neves. His biggest battle wasn't on the lacrosse field. WBOC Sports Director Scott Abraham joins us next to explain. We'll be right back.
Delmarva Life is brought to you by Sussex County Federal Credit Union, guiding you to your financial future. Peninsula Regional Medical Center, honored to serve the entire Delmarva Peninsula since 1897. Your local York and Mitsubishi dealers, and State Farm Insurance. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.